Hey guys, it's good to be back. This is Jason. Today I'm going to talk to you about how do I use this card. So we're going to go through and we're going to teach you how to use these separate cards in Clash Royale. And today we're going to focus on one of my personal favorites, is the Hog Rider. You know, most people know about the Hog Rider, but maybe you're new to it and you're not really sure. So this card was originally in Clash of Clans, and it would jump over walls and it would attack, units. This one does the same thing. It can jump over the river. It can jump over, fun stuff. Okay, so it goes straight to the tower and then it hammers away at it. Has pretty good amount of hit points at this level. It's a cheaper cost card with 4 elixir, and it's very fast. Does a lot of damage per second. It's a good card for the lower levels as well as the higher levels, and we'll see that tonight. So let's see here. This is the deck I like to use it in. I've shown you this deck a few times. It goes straight to the tower, and I wanted to show you like a different way, ways that I use it, the ways that it can be used, and I found some pretty good examples in the Legendary Arena here. Let's see. Alright, so these are some of the decks, but we're just going to watch this one here. Some top battles between some top players. So he's got the Hog in his hand right now. And what I like to do, sometimes if you have the Hog Ice Spirit, you like to put them together, use 2 fingers or 2 hands, put them right next together at the bridge, which I think he'll do here. Yeah, because he's selecting the Ice Spirit, and then he's going to select the Hog, and then he's going to push them right together. So what this does, yeah, okay, he does it on the left. What that'll do is it will usually, if he doesn't put a troop down, it will freeze the tower, and then you can get a lot of damage done on the tower. That's one way, and then it also, I've seen it to where the Ice Spirit keeps the Hog, like the Hog will try to go this way, but it won't. The Ice Spirit will keep it level. It'll keep it going straight, so then they'll both just go straight and bypass the whatever defensive building that gets put down. So the Hog will go straight to a defensive building like a graveyard or a tombstone, or not graveyard. I always do that. The tombstone, any sort of cannon or anything. He's gonna get a lot of damage off here because this deck is dirty. This deck is, it's awesome. Elite Barbs at this level, he has level 13 Elite Barbs. They're really strong. Yeah, he has his tower down and there's a minute 30 left, so really all he has to do is play defense because he hasn't gotten anything on his tower. But that's not why we're showing you this video. We're showing you because the other thing you can do is put the Ice Golem in front and the Hog Rider back, and it pushes it. So he's going to do this here on the right, and what this will do is if the if you know that your other guy has a skeleton army, if you put skeleton army to defend, and that's his way of defending the Hog push, then the Ice Golem will burst. It'll explode the skeleton army, and as well as take the damage from the tower. So those are 2 really good ways to use the Hog. Also, he's just going to use the Ice Spirits, and yeah, he's going to get the tower right here too. Froze it. Man, this is a rough session for this guy. Graveyard's pretty strong, but freeze can really throw a lot of people off if you play right and you get it to work for you. So he's gonna defend here, and that's pretty much all I wanted to show you for this video. He gets it down. We'll speed it up a little bit. He just defends, and then he's gonna zap the graveyard. He's gonna try to freeze, and it doesn't work. Okay, so those 2 things, you use the Ice Golem in front to push, or the Ice Spirit on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side, and it kind of guides it. I want to show you this other deck. Well, the guy on the left lost. So these are the 2 types of decks that you can use with this. The top one is a really cheap Hog deck. It's a Hog Cycle deck. It's quick, it's fast, it's distracting. They both use the same strategies of using the Ice Spirit and the Hog Rider, not on this push, but this deck can distract fast enough, and it works well enough. See, he's using the golem push, ice golem, hog push. So it gives you more time for your hog to kill the troops, or live basically. And this guy's got elite barbs coming out of his tower, and he distracts it with the ice spirit, and yeah, he's got his one tower down to 1900, and he doesn't have any hits on his tower. I mean, minus the 200 or whatever, but that's nothing. So the guy on the bottom is going to pump up. I'm not a huge fan of the pump because it usually, I don't know why he did the zap there. I think he's just trying to cycle through and do a little bit of damage on the tower, but Sushi is going to drop some skeletons to push and distract, and here comes the Three Musketeers, which he just fireballed, and that's why he's laughing, because he just distracted, or just did the fireball, and that's usually like the best counter to the Three Musketeers. So he is pushing hardcore on this, and if you'll watch this, like 2.6 deck, he's gonna take out Three Musketeers, he's gonna take out the Hog, and he didn't get a hit on his tower. Like, that is insane. And he pushes immediately on the other side with elite barbs, and both the elite barbs went down. He's like, wow, is what he said. Yeah, that's right, because this deck is insanely good. The deck on the top, that's the quick 2.6. The one on the bottom, it's like 4.1. It needs an elixir pump. Not a huge fan of the elixir pump. It doesn't really fit my play style. But I understand if you like it. It's just, I'm not a fan. It's really good if you can use it and you can know how to work with it, but yeah. And then desperation move, he does the Three Musketeers on the left and then just gets fireballed. That's nothing. So now all he has to do is just defend a little bit and then fireball, and it's done. So the small deck, the cheaper deck, took on the huge deck with the Three Musketeers. It's been great. So you use the Hog with the Ice Golem in front, and that pushes and it protects it. You also use it with the Ice Spirit on the side, which you didn't really see in that one, but you saw in the first one. And you also, you can use Zap against Skeleton Army. Let's see, other things that protect against the Hog. It's really good to have Fireball, because in the earlier levels, the earlier arenas, you get people counter the Hog with barbs, and so if you throw the barb down, or not the barb, you throw the Hog down and then they throw the barbs down, and you know that's their counter card, get your Fireball ready and then throw the Hog down, and then wait like a half a second or two and then throw your Fireball down, because that'll destroy the barbs. They don't have another counter coming back at you, and yeah, that's probably one of the best ways to use it. This is the expensive deck that I was talking about, 4.1. It's got the elixir pump in there. If you have a deck that's this expensive at 4.1, you want to get the pump in there. And this is the cheap one. So they're using this deck right here. It's 2.6, that's really low, and it was able to be used in the Legendary Arena, which is huge. Like, people don't just, come up with a deck and they use it in the Legendary Arena. They're hardcore. They, they know how to play all their cards and everything. So it's really important that they use a deck that works, and this deck works really well. So, as you can see, I don't have these cards leveled up, so if you don't have them leveled up, maybe it doesn't work that well for you, but I would stress leveling up the Hog Rider, because it is pretty impressive. It's fun. They use it in that commercial. Hog Rider! Yeah, so that's the spotlight for today, and how do I use the Hog Rider. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Are you still watching? There's like a little hidden feature. Now, I thought of one more thing that you can do with the Hog Rider. It's really cool. I'm just going to show you it real quick. So sometimes you can use the Hog Rider as a defense. I got to kill the bowler, and he's going to try to backdoor elite barbs right here. Okay, so I don't really have anything, but I do have the Hog, and I drop it behind them, and I make them follow me. So what this does is it gives me a few more seconds to where I can pump up And I wasn't trying to get any hit points on the tower there or anything like that. I was just using it as a distract, and that's called a kite. So if you're kiting a troop, it means that like they're just following you like a kite. And it does it so that the tower just kills it, destroys it. And that is another way that you can use the Hog Rider to distract. I don't use it that way as much because it's usually, it means that you don't have the right cards in your hand and you really don't want to attack if you don't have the right cards in your hand, all that kind of stuff. But in emergency cases, it can be used for that. And usually you want to use the Ice Golem as a distraction, but sometimes if the hog is right there and that's your only card, then it works for that too. So I'm going to go ahead and win this match, and then I will end it. I will see you guys later. Have a good night.